Local government and municipal elections were held on Saturday, yesterday, in Abuja, Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory, Rivers and Kano State, with a multitude of reactions trailing the exercise. Special focus has been on the performance of the Independent National Electoral Commission, especially as it concerns the application of the provision of the newly signed Electoral Act amendment legislation. We're now being joined for his observation of the exercise in Abuja by David Emefiele, who is Programs Officer in charge of elections at Center for Democracy and Development. Good morning, David. Good to have you join us on the morning show today.
Good morning. Thank you for having me today.
All right, you're welcome. Well, very quickly, David, I saw the statement issued by your organization basically highlighting what you collated, what you saw. Praises here, kudos there, knocks there. In totality, what will be your assessment of what happened in Abuja yesterday regarding the local government elections? And then have you all the information in now for you to announce to the world in terms of what happened and how fair, free and credible you reckon the election was yesterday?
Yes, thank you for having me again. Yesterday's election was characterized by several issues. First off was the low voter turnout. We saw like a huge disparity between people that were accredited, people that were also registered, and as well as people that came out to vote. We saw in several PUs where we had PUs of people who had 768 people and only 30 people came out to vote. We saw that in various councils in Abaji, in Kuje, in Amak as well, in Gwagwalada and in Kwali. We saw people not really understanding how exactly their votes are going to count at that particular point in time. And we asked questions to several people and voters at these specific PUs. And we still had issues. People had issues regarding where exactly the polling units were going to be, because there was confusion regarding communication by INEC. People had change of PUs before the election day and hours before elections are meant to commence, and this caused several problems between people, especially characterized by the restriction of movement in Abuja as well too, in the state, in city yesterday as well too. So what we saw was a mix of several administrative and logistical challenges by not just the INEC but several factors that are around the FCT yesterday. As we've seen the elections drawing to a conclusion today, with INEC already announcing certain places in Abuja here, we've seen how there's been a problem with people coming out to vote, because even if there is free and fair elections or whatnot, if there is still a low voter turnout, it means that people were not still able to come out and be democratic about their issues, or come out and vote, or come out and express themselves that these were the people they want. Because if a small number or a small percentage regarding like the whole number of people in FCT come out to vote, it really doesn't show a good look on the INEC process, and also a confidence in what exactly we're trying to do, especially ahead of 2027 elections. We've seen how pivotal these elections are, especially given the new electoral bill that was passed across in the past couple of weeks. We've seen how important it is for people to also have confidence in the processes in which INEC is also given. And with what we've seen now, is characterized that we are going to keep having these possible challenges in the future. We've been complaining and talking about INEC needing to step up as regards logistical challenges regarding people coming, their presiding officers coming out early enough for voting to commence as well too. But we keep seeing these challenges going on even year after year, and it feels like it's time for them to put their foot down as regards what exactly they want to be described as people who are making sure that elections are credible in Nigeria. There's need for, ahead of 2027 elections, for us to also step up, because we've seen how there is need for also voter education. voter education was lacking. People didn't understand certain things regarding the electoral processes as well too, regarding why their PUs were being split, why there was congestion of certain PUs in certain areas, why exactly there was logistical challenges at this certain point in time. And there is need for INEC to step up as regards these issues. Because if something as little or as significant as also the FCT elections are right now, we're not able to get things right regarding this, it's puts to contention how exactly 2027 elections are going to be. So that's why there is so much clamor and so much rancor by the Center for Democracy and Development, as well as other civil society organizations as well, to try and improve on the electoral processes, because that's a reflection of our democracy in Nigeria.
Thank you. And you said they should try and improve on the processes, but what advice would you have for INEC and those conducting our elections? What changes do we need to see before at the presidential or gubernatorial elections next year that will dramatically improve our democratic outcomes?
First, as I highlighted earlier, was voter education. There is a disparity in what people know and what I feel the INEC believes people know as well too. From what we saw yesterday, we've seen how people don't properly understand certain processes, how people are having confusion regarding why their PUs are being moved before the election day, why they didn't even get proper communication as regards why their PUs were being moved. We've seen how there's been a cluster of PUs in certain locations, and for miles and miles we don't see PUs in certain locations. Ideally, when you come out to vote, it should be a walking distance from where you are. But that wasn't the case this time around. We've seen people having to move at long miles to get to where they're meant to vote, and it shouldn't be. There should be ease of voting, which speaks to the logistical and administrative challenges that INEC has. I believe when you are able to remove out first off this particular challenge, you are able to then provide confidence in the people that yes, first off, there's ease and there's processes regarding coming out to vote. I can come out and do what I want to do in peace. I can spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, get accredited, vote and leave, and also be able to defend my vote as well too. But if INEC officials don't come out on time, first off, it causes a problem in what exactly the people are trying to do, especially which are voters. Then secondly, there needs to be clarity on and a serious stance on our repulsiveness to vote buying. We've seen how vote buying also was characterized in this election as well too. We saw in several PUs in Kuje, several PUs in Buare as well too, where vote buying was prevalent in these locations. There is need for these stopgaps to be put to a check. Also, with the lack of confidence in the new electoral bill that has been passed as well recently, people are afraid of the loophole that is being put in regarding the proviso that was passed across by the president as well as the National Assembly. There needs to be more confidence in the electoral processes to show that yes, the votes are going to be passed across electronically, and that's what they're trying to do with the FCT elections today. We need more confidence in these processes that we are trying to enact before 2027 elections. It's not going to be possible for people to just believe the words of what people say, because our words, they carry a lot of weight, but actions carry further, to be honest with you. So there is need for INEC to also back the talk about you being independent, and now to show the people that yes, there is confidence in our processes, there is confidence in how exactly we've done things. The way things in the past have been is not the way things are going to be moving forward. And right now, people don't have that confidence. So there's a lot of work in building that trust with people. A lot of grassroots mobilization needs to be done to properly educate people as to exactly what these votes mean, how exactly their votes are going to even be counted, how exactly they're going to be passed across to people, because there's a confusion as to where exactly their votes are going to be passed across, especially piggyback of the 2023 elections and the confusion as regards if they are going to be passed across to the beavers, if they're going to just be using the Form EC, ATA form as well too. Thank you.
All right, well said, David Emefiele. We want to thank you for joining us and sharing your thoughts with us today. on the morning show. Thank you indeed.